back? Evil Dead 1 and 2, right? All right, now, Ted, I wonder if perhaps they need to have some background affiliation for these motion pictures so that they can appreciate the experience more fully.
That's an excellent idea.
Thanks. Maybe we'll start with the first Evil Dead movie. Does anyone here know where it was filmed?
Tennessee.
What part of Tennessee? Why do you know that, lady? Because what? You've been in my panel before. Then you just sit there and shut your little face. Okay, so Tennessee. Does anyone know how much the movie cost in real dollars?
$8.
Oh, shut up. In 1979, this motion picture was filmed in 1979. 150,000, good start.
U.S. dollars?
Yeah, yes, U.S. dollars, not in dollars. 300,000. The movie wound up being about $375,000. So that's what you're going to get.
$4.50.
Exactly. Now, Ellen, where were you in 1979 when you were first approached?
I was at the University of Michigan studying theater.
Now we knew you from before because we knew you from high school. So she was a starlet in our Super 8 ventures. So we thought, let's get Ellen because she will let us do bad things to her. Now, Betsy Darling,
Yes.
where were you at the time?
Well, I had already graduated from Michigan State.
Hey.
But I was actually working in Detroit, and you guys asked me out to lunch.
I know, but how did we get a hold of you?
Well, because
Not where did we get a hold of you?
you came to where my agency was and said, we really want a really, really talented actress that would work well against Bruce.
Who is beautiful, charming. Naturally, they called her.
Well, that was very subtle. Okay.
And that's where I
And
was.
how many times did you have to audition?
Just once.
But now, what did Sam Raimi have you do?
Well, actually, we met for lunch.
Yeah, sure.
I can tell, I can see that was memorable for you.
Well, no, here's why. The actresses we were interviewing for this movie thought we were making a snuff film, so they all said, we're meeting in a public place. And I'm bringing my boyfriend and or future
Oh, I
husband
forgot
with
about
me.
that.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
Yeah.
Because we had to pay for goddamn lunch.
But then we went into Sam's basement, and that's where I auditioned.
And what did he have you do?
I don't know, he had me read a scene, and then was wondering if I would be averse to having a plaster mold made of my face.
And what did we say?
Well, I said, I'm not too adverse if you guys know how to do it, and you guys said, oh, of course we know how to do it.
What could possibly go wrong?
I lost all my eyelashes.
They're mostly back. Now, Teresa, did we not have to change your name for this movie?
We did have to change my name because I didn't think the movie was going to go anywhere because, it didn't look that good while I was shooting it. But I was in the union and I thought they were going to get a waiver for me to do it. They said they were going to, but they never did. So I just said, oh, I'll go make it. And then...
I'll go make this stupid movie.
So then I made it, and they didn't get the waiver. I said, "Oh, just call me Sarah York." And then I got the union. Then the movie came out. The union suspended me and fined me more than what I made on the movie.
Yeah,
I got fined $80.
all right, just keep your shirt on. Aside from myself, I believe you're the only person present who can boast that they were in both of the movies you're about to see.
I think so. I think so.
Yeah, he's hot in the first one. Ted, describe what you did in the first Evil Dead.
Okay, well, the first Evil Dead, well, I got the job, first of all. Let me go back a couple paces, because I was the only 12-year-old they knew. So, because of child labor laws, we're very lax in Tennessee. They realized they could bring me down there, not pay me, and work me 24 hours a day. Which they did.
It worked out pretty good.
It worked out pretty good. I was various hands and feet. There is a particular shot that I'm very fond of watching.
It drives me insane.
And I can't get enough of it. I was actually underneath the floorboards at one point.
I was with you.
You were? Were you?
That was my head.
Oh, okay. I was underneath the floorboards. Hands had to come up from the floor.
Grab my face.
Grab his face. Well, they kept sawing the floorboards because I couldn't punch through this 2x4, naturally, as I was 12. And finally they did. And my hand shot through so fast and hard that it was more like a sock in Bruce's maw. And it's a wonderful moment. You can all watch it, and I recommend you watch it as many times as you can. But I digress.
That was your amazing role in the first one.
Yeah, really not.
Oh, wait, no, here's
Really
one
not.
more shot that Ted is in. Scott is going to look for something evil after Shelley's been, something horrible happened to her. He's going to look. And so now Ted, be the guy's feet walking to the, to the bathroom slowly. So normally, you would kind of walk like that a little bit, be cautious. Ted, for some reason, just watch it. Like he does the corn cob up his butt walk. I'm like, are you fucking Frankenstein? So you'll see Ted's work.
It's true.
He knocked it out of the park at 12. And now, Ted, you were so good in part 1.
Yeah.
When part 2 came along,
Yeah.
what happened then?
Part 2 came around. Well,
And this is 7 years later now. Part
7
2.
years later, they said, we'll give you, we want to put you in the movie. I remember you guys telling me that.
Sure.
But we're going to give you not one part, not 2 parts, but 3 different parts in the movie. Of course, we're only going to pay you for a half a part.
Right. Yeah.
Which they did.
Because of the labor laws of North Carolina at that time.
Yes.
Part 2 was shot in North Carolina.
That's right. It was shot in
Very
North
lax labor laws there as well.
Yes. And
How old were you at that point?
I think I was 20.
And Sam cast you as the horrible hag.
It was horrible hag Henrietta.
Because he
second
knew
movie
that
about
he
to
could
see.
punish you mercilessly.
Mercilessly, and mercilessly, I was in covered head to toe in prosthetics. I was blind from scleral lenses. It was about 110 degrees in this abandoned gymnasium. I was hanging from wires. It was torture, good old-fashioned torture, and it was miserable. I passed out a couple of times.
But I remember the locals came that particular summer. This was 1986 in Wadesboro, North Carolina, outside of Charlotte. The set was built in an old gymnasium of a school. There's no air conditioning in the school. It's an old school. And then we built the cabin set. The first floor of it was the basement. The second floor raised up now, and those of you who are thermal geniuses here will know that that's where the warm air goes, is up. So it was about 110 for 3 weeks straight. And I remember that year the locals kept coming up to us going, man, I sure am sorry about this heat. Man, I just never seen it like
Yeah,
this ever.
There is no fake sweat in this movie.
Yeah, and then cut to Ted, 4 stories up being spun around in circles. It's awesome. We had a little shindig at Sam's house after one of the nights of shooting.
Yeah, I remember.
We showed up one by one. Hey, Sam, how you doing? Yeah, long day of shooting. Finally, an hour later, Ted shows up, knock, knock, knock. He comes in and goes, hey, everybody, how you doing? Oh, hey, Ted, how you doing? Where you going? Oh, I don't know, just over here. He walked behind a couch and disappeared and fell flat on his face. We never saw him the rest of the night. So good work on that, Ted. Good work on both pictures.
But thank you. Can anybody here name all 3 parts that I played in Army of Darkness? Not Evil Dead 2, but Army of Darkness.
That's a pretty good one.
Can anybody name the parts? And if you can, Bruce Campbell has a $35 prize for you. No, sorry.
No,
That's not true. Maybe $30 or something. It's 40.
40.
40 in his car. Who can name it? Yeah, yes, you, sir. Right in the middle. Stand up so we can hear you.
The Buffalo Farmer.
The what?
The what? The Buffalo farmer? The what?
The farmer who wants to fight.
The farmer who wants to fight. That's pretty close. Yep, I'll buy that, right?
The coward who wants to run away.
Right.
And the stock boy from Esquire.
That's right, 100 points. You're right.
That's $20, jerk. Get out of my face. Yeah, no more stories. What's your history with this miserable line of movies?
Well, actually, they found me drunk in a ditch.
No, that was after the movie.
No, that was the shit out of me for a couple of weeks and tortured me horribly. And one thing you want to watch, when I first jump into the scene, watch me actually punch Mr. Campbell in the face. You can see his lips start to swell. we really, Teddy, you broke my nose.
I did?
Yes.
When did I break your nose?
When you were heading Henrietta and you reached up through the trap door, you're right in the nose.
No, fucking everybody.
Well, Danny, though, as I recall, I hit you in a different area.
Yes, you
Let's
did.
do the scene. I'm on the edge of the
Picture this. I have a shotgun.
I'm on the edge of the porch, right here.
And I have a 12-gauge shotgun, and I go like this.
Right, to knock me forward off the porch.
And when that happens, his foot,
I ran forward.
and he hit me so hard, of course, like the idiot I am, he fell off the porch. I jumped out the porch. Sam said cut, and I threw up all over everybody.
Yeah, all right. So that's a happy story from Danny.
Ah, fun times, fun times.
Now, Danny, you've gone on to be in several of other Sam's motion pictures.
Yes, Dark Man.
You played Skip, the character.
I played Skip.
You were a one-legged bastard.
Yes, has something to do with my feet. I don't know what it is.
No, all right, easy now. Let's not call them men.
Yeah, I played Skip, and I was also in Spider-Man 2. And
Were you concerned man on Streetcar?
I was concerned. I saved Spider-Man's life.
That's nice to hear.
Am I going blind?
Oh, they're kicking us off, is what they're doing.
I know, surely. Last but not least, Mr. Tim Quill, who's an old pal, goes all the way back to
the Super 8 days in high school. TACE, that's
now,
exactly.
Tim, Army of Darkness is where you officially came along, but
Yeah.
what was how many motion pictures were you in before we even did any real motion pictures?
Oh, geez. Yeah, but nothing like Spider-Man 1, Spider-Man 2.
No, but in the Super 8 days.
I think we did about a dozen, maybe 16 Super 8 movies.
See, here's how it worked. Tim being a swimmer, had the lovely golden hair, and he was all tan and beautiful. And so all the jocks played the bad guys. We didn't have any girlfriends, but all the jocks had the cute girlfriends. So if we gave them parts as bad guys, they would bring the girlfriends. You don't lie. 2 words for you: crispy, grit.
That's right. And they did, and they took advantage of, hey, can you shoot all night tonight? And I would give them a yeah. And those guys would write a script on the spot. I'm not kidding you. And it was unbelievable. We go back to the 70s, and Ted, the first time we all shot together, he was like, what, 4? Right,
Probably about 9 or something like that.
That's
8 or
right.
9, yeah.
But anyways, I thank you guys for showing up for Army of Darkness. The rest
Thanks
of
for showing up, folks.